How is everybody today? I'm here. I'm live. Yay. Elixir, thank you very much for the 22-month resubscription and for the ridiculous amounts of help that you give me making sure that things don't go kaboom in my stream. And some silica, it's good to see you as well. Welcome everybody who's here, whether you've made yourself known or are just lurking. That is absolutely wonderful. I love having people here to just hang out and lurk. So it's been a few days. I have not also sorry, I accidentally left emote only on until the moment I was doing so many things. I forgot that I have a chat command to tell that pops in occasionally and says what game we're playing and the whole bit about the fact that I have a spin wheel to tell us what to play. I haven't updated to take Myst 3 off yet. Hi, Hannah! You wouldn't have missed it? Yeah. So I forgot that that command existed. So right after I hit go live, I was like, oh no, I need to update that because it posts automatically. I also forgot to look and see if there are any content warnings for Myst 3. Elixir is currently assisting with that. I did go and check the Does the Dog Die site, and I did not find any entry for it, which just means that nobody's reported anything there. Doesn't mean that there's not something to be warned about. And in the previous 2 Myst titles, there were probably things we should have been warned about. Doesn't matter that much. It's a very old game. Well, not very. It's 2001, and it does matter. I'm misspeaking. Content warnings are helpful so that people don't accidentally walk into things that, or accidentally run into things. No, not that word either. Let me try. So that people don't accidentally encounter things that they didn't know they were going to encounter that cause them emotional or psychological distress. And so, yeah, you're sure there will be something, but you're not. Yeah, that's where I was. And since I didn't come up with something really fast, I threw it at you and said, ah! But whatever we can come up with would be great. So anyway, last week we finished Psychonauts, which had all the warnings. And we played a little bit of a cute little tiny short game called The Office Quest that was $1.25 on Steam, but I had gotten a free copy from a Kickstarter that I was a part of. And it was a lot of fun, actually. But yeah, we spun the wheel last week and it spun Myst 3. So that's what we're playing. It has been a hot minute since I played Myst 2. Was that even the name of it? What was Myst 2? Riven? Yeah. Myst 2 was called Riven, right? Anyway, it's been a minute. So I hope the game doesn't assume that I just finished playing the one before it. But yeah, it's also been a few days since I was streaming. Wednesday was the last day that I streamed because Saturday I was at my in-laws' place to celebrate. Yes, the stream has gone amok. Oh gosh. Amok. Ends up just being witch hats. You can't even see the words when it bounces across the screen. So yeah, if you're new here, my internet service preventer has really poor service. There's noise on the line that they've not done the work to upgrade their infrastructure. They claim they provide a high-speed, reliable service, but that apparently only applies to people who are watching things, not people who are sending things out. So it usually comes back pretty quick, but it happens. And, you know, it's just part of the chaos. Anyway, so Saturday, yeah, I was up north visiting my in-laws because my father-in-law was retiring for the second time. And so there was a little get-together of family there. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law were there down from Maine. And so I went up Friday night and stayed for that on Saturday and then came back down. And I don't know, it was just really exhausting for me driving up there and being part of that sort of socializing. I just was not recovered by Sunday. And so Sunday I also just was like, nope, I can't do it. I need downtime. So I didn't stream this weekend. Which means Ultima 6 and Mass Effect got delayed a week, which no big deal. They're both part of really long ongoing things that I'm doing. But yeah, I'm ready to play a game. Also, I should mention, at the end of stream, we are going to head over to the Q Times channel for the Streampunks role-playing group. For Beacon, their Alien RPG actual play, as we do pretty much every Monday, unless they're not live for some reason, we head over there, because I'm a big fan of the Streampunks. That's their logo on that bag. And I wore an Alien-related shirt. This is the USS Sulaco, Weyland Yutani logo there, which was, let's see, the Sulaco was the ship in the second movie, right? I believe it was. Conestoga class troop transport ship. Yes. And so I don't know, like, there are no officially licensed shirts that I've been able to find. So I don't know exactly who made this shirt. It shouldn't be USS. It should be probably USCSS, but I'm not worried too much about it. I like aliens. And they're playing an aliens game, and it is wonderful. Anywho, I'm going to quit rambling because I think it's well time to start playing a game. You had the opposite of downtime on Sunday. You did your annual fundraiser 5K. You walk, which most people do. Still, 5K, that's a lot. My knees would not let me do that. The last time, oh gosh, when was it? It had to have been, I want to say probably like December of 2019. I'm trying to think when the last time I did a Pokemon Community Day was. A Pokemon Go Community Day. I was very active in a local group here for a while. And I think, I don't know, it had to have been the end of 2019 when I last did a community day and walked all over the place. That one, we ended up walking across campus maybe 3 times, like all the way across and just going everywhere. We were basically constantly walking. And we ended up at the far end of campus from where my car was. And that's when my knee decided to just start giving me a shooting pain every step I took. And I had just been walking too much. And I have a cane. My mom gave me a cane. I didn't have it with me. So your fifth year would have been 6, but 2020 they didn't go. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I also, I didn't mention, I had a little visitor on Thursday night. Came down the hall, froze when it saw that I was sitting here, ducked into the linen closet. I managed to dig it out of the linen closet, but it managed to get away, and I haven't seen it since. A mouse has decided to move into our apartment. I have set some humane traps with some bait, but there's been no sign of that mouse since it was here on Thursday. And no other mice, so I'm hoping that means it was the first one that came in and that I scared it out. And that there are no more, but we're gonna leave the traps up for a while. Anyway, I'm gonna switch us to the game screen. Do we have audio? There should be audio, and I don't. Oh, there is audio. I didn't feel like I had audio because I had my headphones turned down. You all are about to lose audio for a second, because no matter what I tried, there is no way to Alt-Tab out of this application without you all losing the video and audio of the game. Hi, Caden. Sore muscles, but you also didn't do any training. Hey. If all you got... if all you have to deal with from it is sore muscles, then I think it sounds like you did excellent. And I'm sure if you have a step counter on your phone or anything, it's really happy with you. All right. We have Ubisoft and Presto Studios. I have gotten this far and no farther. You'll be on mobile for the next 3 to 5 minutes. All right. Thank you. Just gonna double check, because there should be, we want zip mode off. I did look at the manual and I know what zip mode is. Zip mode is basically fast travel, but according to the manual, we don't want it on too early or we'll miss things. So it's off for now, about an hour. Cool. But what I want is subtitles on, please. Otherwise, I think the settings are good. Are we ready? I'm ready. I think I'm ready. We can continue chatting, but I am going to click new game. Presto Studios. I
realized as our group linked back to Dunny that we should not restore the city as we had planned.
Voiceover.
Once magnificent buildings lay in ruin, testament to the hatred that had consumed them. Too many people had fallen victim to that hate, to the prejudice and greed on which it sprang. Gazing out across the cavern, I decided to write another age. One that would help the Dunny survivors begin again, free from the tragedies of their past. So with my wife, Catherine, supporting me, I put aside that past to write a future. More than a year has gone by since I finished writing Rishon. I have a new daughter, who I hope will someday link to the age with me. And as I imagine Yisha meeting the Dunny, those brave men and women who are building a new life for themselves, I realize I've been given another chance as well. A chance to learn from my mistakes and leave the past behind me once and for all.
I didn't know it was gonna be voiced. That's exciting. All right.
Breathtaking, isn't it?
Sure. I can't click on the bird. I tried. I know nothing about this game at all.
We call it Tamana. We moved here after Atreus finished writing Relation. He wanted us to have a new home too.
Hey, Kellen.
I'm so glad to see you. I told Atreus our paths would cross again. He was just going to grab something for your trip to Relation, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Unless he decides to check over the whole house first, which means he could be hours resetting all his padlocks. But I know he was looking forward to introducing you to the Dunny, so he shouldn't be terribly long.
Are we the mysterious stranger again, I wonder?
Study?
I will wait in his study once I walk forward, which at the moment I have not yet done.
You know, this trip is exactly what Atreus needs right now. I haven't been able to get him out of the house for months, ever since he found his journals out of place. But seeing how well the Dunny have settled in on Relation should help him to finally relax.
Wait, relax? What is that? How does one do that? You know what I really want in this game? I want a compass. That's what I want. All right. Forward or right? Ooh, he's pretty. You've heard of this relaxing thing, but don't believe it. It sounds like a lie. I'm sure it's going to give me some sort of indicator if I can actually click on something or do something. Also, I don't know. Okay, so exit gets me back to the menu and exit gets me back in. I don't know any... I said I looked at the manual. I didn't spend a lot of time looking at the manual. I assumed the game would teach me. I do like the sort of Celtic-inspired knotwork. Ooh. It looks really good. I'd say the graphics in this are roughly equivalent to what we had in the new version of the first Myst, or possibly Riven. This is the 25th anniversary edition of Exile. It can be dangerous to look at books in this game. Relation. So that's where we're supposed to travel at some point. Okay. I'm just getting a hang for things at the moment. Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to recall a scene like that. A man with a paper standing on a rock talking to a group of people. Man in the library. I assume this is Atris in these. People are building tents. I don't know what I'm supposed to get from these. But we also just started. Literally just started. He's now on top of but overlooking lava. Relaxing is a ritual done by an odd type of people called neurotypicals. I think they're just a myth. Neurotypicals are just like the RUSs. I don't think they actually exist. I mean, a figure in pants and a figure in what I assume is meant to be a dress, given the shape of the sleeves and the length of it. I don't actually know. So there are men's fashions from some places in Africa that have a long skirt-like look to them, but I don't actually know what they're called. Wait, did we go? Oh, that was a you problem? Okay. Ooh, I can zoom in here. People carrying packs. Look at a book. This appears to be putting out toxic fumes that have killed people. And there appear to be some very large three-toed sort of creatures. Books. Ooh. Well, there's a picture of mother and child. Great, so we're crafting the rings of power. Somebody's gonna wear that on their finger, right? Sorry, I don't want to say too much, but I really liked season 1 of the Rings of Power. Also, loving Andor. Loved the most recent, oh my god, the end of the most recent season of Lower Decks. Amazing. And the end of She-Hulk was spectacular. And that's all I can say. I enjoyed them all. But I don't want to, like, ruin them for anybody who hasn't seen them yet. And if you didn't enjoy them, that is okay too. If you didn't enjoy them, get out of here. No. It's totally fine if you didn't. I did. Tamon. Thank you for responding so quickly to my request for Nora padlocks. I think it's Nora. It's hard to tell. There's a bit of pixelation around the words. As you know, security in Tomahana has become an important issue of late. Perhaps I am overreacting, as Catherine suggests, but the idea that someone may have been sneaking into my study, reading all of my journals, disturbs me. After what happened to my library on Myst, after my own sons, Cirrus and Akanar, destroyed so many of my books, I've come to realize how delicate the link is to my worlds. I've never been able to repair those burned books to link to each age and find out if the inhabitants survived. The padlocks won't change that situation, but they should ease my fear of trespassers considerably. Sincerely, Atris. So the journals are meant to be locked up, and yet... Oh, are these the books that... Wait, that's just a book. Wait, I thought there were two of them. Well, that linking book had its service turned off by Chantel. All right, so that's Atris's study. And this door is locked.
Atris doesn't usually keep people waiting this long. He's just been so concerned about
Are
his
you
books.
sure about that?
When he gets here, I will tell him you're in the study.
Because I feel like Atris does keep people waiting this long. I feel like he's kept us waiting this long previously. Our internets around here are less of nets and more of, I don't know, torn nets? They definitely let things slip through. All right. So clearly I'm meant to do something.
Well, my friend.
Oh.
I see you found the Relishon book. Catherine tells me you've been here for some time. Sorry if I've kept you waiting. Since we'll be gone a few days, I needed to secure some of my things. And I also wanted to bring you this. It's a journal I kept while I was writing Relishon. I thought you might find it interesting to read.
I'm sure it will come in handy.
Compared to what the age truly is. Well, just let me get my keys to unlock Relishon and we'll be off. Oh, and I'm interested in hearing what you've been up to in recent months.
Is he wearing a raincoat? What the what?
No! No!
How did they get the book?
Relishon!
What in the what? Apparently, we've gone into a linking book. I believe we are going to be required to save the day. Okay. I keep wanting to move around, like modern games do, because the first Myst game, the remastered version, let me do that. This game does not. All right, so we have the Green Lantern's symbol here. That's what it reminds me of, at least. Only it's not green. You know, I mean, as long as I can find some food, I don't think it would be too bad just to sit out here on this rock next to the water on this nice, partly cloudy day. It doesn't seem bad to me. Should we go down the hole? Okay. Giant barrel blocking my way. Gonna have to solve that at some point, I imagine. Ooh, I bet we need to go that way. There's a little ladder over there. But where is there? Ooh. Almost. Well, that was relatively easy to figure out. Nice. Oh no. Maybe it wasn't. Well, if I do that. Yeah, that's all it needed. Oh, but that's gonna do that. That's not what I wanted. Now I've gone and messed it all up again. Because if I go... Iron Trout! Hello, thank you so much for the 500 bits! There we go. It was still a relatively simple... How are you doing? How was your Monday? I have never played this game before, but I've played the previous two on stream, so... I do not know Exile. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything in here right now, but I unlocked it. No. I wanted to see if I could close the door while I'm in here. Sometimes that's a thing, right? Okay, so if I was an adventurer in like D&D, there's no way I would not be jumping over there to check on that thing. If I had to hang on to that to get over there, I would. But I don't believe my character will not. Ooh, a random $20 bill. That is a bonus. I'm sure I will forget that that place even exists. So where did Atris go then? Ooh. That one looks over to a purple one. Like, he got attacked. We went into the linking book. What's Atris doing? Why did not he come through? I know the correct answer is... Ooh, it looks like there's one missing. I know the correct answer as to why Atris didn't come through is that the plot demanded that he not. Touch all the things. Right? Touch the things? Wait, no. Ooh, ooh. It's not what I was thinking, but too bad you don't have a fancy narrated strategy guide for this one. Fancy narrated strategy guide. When did I use a fancy narrated strategy guide? I don't think that was me. I definitely, on the previous, on Riven, I definitely did consult a guide. Yeah, I don't think it was me. But no worries. I had played Myst multiple times, so... Nope. Nope, that's not me. I don't know who else it might have been, but that's not me. I don't know who else has played Myst that you might have watched. I know Xander uses guides occasionally for games, but I don't know that he's played Myst. And I don't know if you watch him, so... But a lot of people use guides. I mean, I consulted a guide, I just didn't, like... I didn't have a fancy one. Whistling Rock? I can definitely hear the whistling. Old strategy guide that they used the first playthrough with their... Yeah, Xanderific. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't know Xander had played it. Oh, no, it wasn't? Oh, you were just saying that you do watch Xander because Xander... Yeah, okay. It makes sense. I caught on eventually. Okay, we have this very round house. Big enough for just one potted plant, apparently. Okay. severe internet issues with your hardline machine? Oh, geez. It has been extraordinarily windy this evening. I'm actually surprised that my internet is doing as well as it is. I'll go down there in a second. First, I wanted to look over here. I was like, what are the stairs going to? It's a door. It's door. It's door. Churney. I don't know who that is. I may have to check them out and... I have not encountered them previously. Lord Portico! How are you? Thank you so much for the 22-month free subscription! Haggard and education worn, appears in chat on a Monday. It's been so long since I've seen you on a Monday. Also so long since I streamed, because I have not streamed since last Wednesday. Yeah, if you want to share as a recommendation of somebody we should check out, yeah, drop that link in the Discord. I was so exhausted yesterday. I just could not do 3 hours of anything. Myst 3 Exile. Impeccable timing. Yeah. They're hanging from fish hooks under the arm. They're not being hung. So that's good, I guess? You were getting Psychonauts flashbacks? Oh. I could see that with this. I mean, yeah. Elixir doesn't even have Chantel. We can't even blame them for hers. My wrist is getting very active today. Oh, I'm not saying anything. Also, I got a new watch face. It's very L-Carsy. I should have just done this. Nope. You can't even see it if I do that. This is the problem. I can't show you my watch. There. Sorry. I got distracted. All right, we're looking at a book with a I mean, it's just a leaf, but somehow it also looks vampiric. I'm going to call it the Vampire Beast. Also, why is there no music? Hi, problem solver. Yeah, I really messed up on that. Parker Solemn Seaver. I'm not sure if I got the end of it right. Hanging someone from a hook is arguably more barbaric. This is true. It looked like the hook was just going under the arm, rather than like piercing through them. Sorry, I'm looking at the symbols right now. All right, I'm gonna read. I have done it. I have used his swirling linking book to follow him. I touched my palms to its glowing panel and felt the tingling begin. There was a sudden, sickening lurch inside my stomach. Then I fell into the page. This has happened before, I know it. It happened the first time I came to this place, when I followed his murdering sons from Narayan. It happened when I used his hidden books. And it happened when I finally opened the machine. Right before the fog first ate my mind. The fog didn't find me this time. When I opened my eyes, I was alone in a room. I was standing in the home of my betrayers. I couldn't move. I was afraid. I thought they'd know that I had come and would be waiting for me. Just like they had waited inside this very tusk. I was afraid they would tie me up again, that the poison snakes would strike. But the silence was unbroken. The whole house was still, and without really knowing what I did, I started to search. Every room, every floor, every cabinet. I found his journals. Atris' never-ending journals. I found the book that brought me back to this world. The lesson world, he calls. Something. Jnamin? Is that Jnamin? I'm not certain. Oh, Tara, my love, how long have I been trapped here? Jinanin. Thank you. How much of my life has been eaten by the fog? The face I see in the lagoon isn't one I remember ever hearing. It's so much older, so much more savage. But it is me. It is Saavedro. And I remember what they did, how they led my people to death. See, I think this is a date. But I don't know the starting number. I have returned several times now to Tomahana. I am searching for some sign of his sons. I was certain they would run back to their father, but so much time has passed. So many years in which people forgot or forget about my people. In which, wow, I messed that sentence up, didn't I? So many years in which to forget about my people. Is that what happened, Atris? Safe in your beautiful new home, enjoying life with your dear wife and family? Did you become so busy envisioning new worlds that you forgot the ones you'd already created? I must be very careful. I must not let them know that I am free. I will read what journals I can find to figure out where his two sons are hiding. And when I've found the sons again, when I've got the whole family together, I'll bring them down. Atris and his family will suffer. The way I have suffered for years. Yeah, we're definitely progressing. And these... So we were at 1, and then it was 1.5, and now it's 2. But I don't know what they are. We'll have to learn that, I suppose. Cirrus and Akanar are not in Tomahana. Every day I become more and more convinced. Atris' sons are not there. What happened, Atris? Did you grow tired of them the way you tired of Narayan? Did you abandon them the way you abandoned my people behind your shield? It does not matter. I can still take revenge against their father. Now that I am no longer stuck on Jinanin, I can avenge all the dead of my world. I've already reopened his other books. I have begun making changes in those worlds, using his own lessons against him. There is still much more work to be done, but eventually I will lure him into this tusk. I will find some way to make him follow me here from Tomahana. I like looking at the drawings. I don't know what they mean yet. For now, I will concentrate on the orbiter. It is not a natural part of this world. The material that creates it is like nothing I've seen. It reminds me just a little of the shield. And if it is the same material, it can't be damaged. But perhaps I can damage the other devices. No! It cannot be true! Surely his journals deceive me! He says he's brought them back! He says he's given his Dini brethren new life! But how? How can one man have so much power? How can one man's writings reawaken a dead world? I don't know what this means. By all that is sacred. Tamara, what can it mean? I don't know this name. It's Tamra. Tamra, I think. It doesn't change a thing. I can still continue as planned. I can still seek revenge for my people. I will make my enemies suffer. By the weaving, Tamra, this changes everything. I have found a way to reprogram his scanning device. It requires scavenging parts from another mechanism in the tusk, but I think the gears I leave can still be operated by hand. Uh-huh. I don't know what these mean yet. It is finished. All is ready for Atris's arrival. Tonight I will sleep among the ghosts. Then tomorrow I will link into Tamahana. When I link out, I'll be carrying his book. May the spirits of my people serve to guide me in this. For some reason, the location names and the people names are giving me trouble. All right. Cool. Ooh, we hadn't looked at this before. 93.5.25. I can maybe make myself slightly smaller so you all can see everything, huh? Possibly. Maybe. We will attempt it. Studio mode. Cameras. Monday. There. That should be better. But somehow I've encountered another game. Oh, Shadows of Life, thank you for the Corgo bit! How are you? It's good to see you. 93.5.25. I always feared this day would come. For years, Catherine and I have dreamed of restoring Dni. We have dedicated our lives to the task, taking it upon ourselves to locate the citizens of Dni and convince them to return to their ruined city and rebuild. Our dream has become the dream of so many now, and the progress we have made toward achieving it is something of which we can... The progress we have... Wow. This maybe was not the best game for tonight. The progress we have made toward achieving it is something of which we all can stand proud. But I know now that it has been a mistake. The city of Dni should not be restored. It should stand forever in ruins as both a symbol of our past mistakes and a memorial to all who lost their lives when Dni fell. The devastating events of recent months, the war on Terani, and the death of Uta, in particular, have driven this truth home to me quite forcefully. If we rebuild the city walls today, are we not giving approval to the very illness that destroyed our civilization in the first place? Are we not setting ourselves up to repeat that pattern again in future generations? I have put much thought into this tonight and have found only one solution. If we, the men and women who survived the downfall of Denis, are to thrive, then we must break the pattern of hatred which has destroyed so many lives. We must begin our civilization anew. And we can only do that if I write us a new age. I've spoken with Catherine about this, and she agrees. I only hope the others will see it as well. 93.5.26. It could just be, May 26th, 1993. No, will these people never cease to amaze me? I thought they would object to my decision. After all, most of them linked back to Denis specifically to see the city rebuilt. But when I told them why we should not restore it, their response was immediate and unanimous. Whereas yesterday they thought only of rebuilding, today they concentrate solely on salvage. They intend to take from their ruined city only that which is best and move on. Everywhere I look, the enthusiasm for this new task is obvious. It heartens me even as I face my own monumental contribution. I have written many ages in my lifetime, from my first timid attempts under the tyrannical tutelage of my father to my most recent accomplishment. Really, game. Thank you for that tongue twister that I somehow got. We did not, Elixir. I will stretch. Thank you. From my first timid attempts under the tyrannical tutelage of my father to my most recent accomplishment, Averone. Never before has so much been riding on my skill. The age I am about to write must be all I ever imagined and more. How am I going to achieve it? 93.6.1. Catherine laughed this morning when she saw me drudging out my old notebooks. I must have made quite the picture sitting near the embers of a fire, surrounded by countless commentaries and journals. Some of them seemed more dust than paper, but the hours I spent sifting through them was worth it. Ideas for what this new age might be are tumbling around in my head. There are almost too many to catch hold of. Obviously, I must choose some starting point as my anchor. Writing ages is a science, a precisely structured equation of words. Every equation needs as its foundation an underlying concept around which the age can develop. In the past, I have written my books around whatever idea intrigued me most at the time. I wanted to discover how the age to which the book linked would manifest the results of that idea. Sometimes civilizations had arisen, sometimes they had not. But whether a society had come to exist on the age or not, it was often in response to whatever concept the book I had written embodied. This time, my search for a concept must be weighed very carefully. I already have the civilization I wish to see develop. I know our history as a people, and the paths we have followed to arrive here. Today, I must write a book which will link to an age that will allow us to continue on our way, growing ever stronger as one people. What underlying concept must this new age reflect that will best allow our civilization to thrive? I fear I must think on this some more. I will hydrate and attempt to have better posture. Thank you, Hannah. (93.6.5). It has taken me some time, but I may have found my anchor. It came to me as I was considering what I know about the survivors of Denis. We have seen so much tragedy in our lives, from the destruction of the city to the suffering and loss of loved ones due to plague and deprivation. Yet even in the midst of these adversities, my kinsman and I found the strength to keep going. We have tapped into our industrial strengths and transformed ourselves into something much stronger. It is a characteristic I have seen in several of my ages. Whenever I focused my writing on the inherent energy sources in a world, long ago, grandmother taught me that no possibility for life in an age exists without the presence of energy. By tapping into its latent energy sources, an age moves out of stasis. It grows, transforms, and develops. Energy is the underlying fuel that powers all activity. To put it more simply, energy powers future motion. Yet, as grandmother also liked to remind me, energy in an age takes on diverse forms. Each one has strengths and weaknesses of its own. How many forms will this new age contain? Which type will be its dominant theme? Tomorrow, I will link back to Myst, and from there revisit several of my ages. Perhaps in my old worlds, I will discover new ideas. 93.6.6. I had almost forgotten how painful it is to revisit Myst. In the 10 years since my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, left me trapped on Kvir Island and burned so many of my books, Catherine and I have rarely linked back. I told myself we were always too busy, first with writing ages like Averone, then with searching the ages of Denis for survivors. I always said we would spend more time on Myst eventually. The truth is, I have been avoiding the age. Seeing the island in its current condition ignites such anger and grief. I am immediately reminded of the betrayal of my sons, as well as the cruelty and greed with which they plundered my ages. I know I am partly responsible for these acts. I constantly wonder if there were something I could have done to reach out to the boys before. Enough! Nothing can change the tragedies of the past. Like my Denis kinsman, I must salvage what is best and move on. Perhaps in the process, I will find forgiveness and hope. 93.10.17. Once again, I am back on Myst Island, having completed a lengthy sojourn through several of my ages. The trip itself was not as inspiring as I had hoped. The wow. It's been a while since I said this word. The Selenitic age was especially disturbing. But has it not always been so? The very first time I linked to the age, its uninhabited landscape was shaking with tremors. At the time, I felt it was because the energy in the age was unfocused, as if it were at war with itself. Stability finally came, but even after it did, I never truly felt comfortable there. I missed the more natural balance of ages like Channelwood. Perhaps that is the lesson to take home with me. The Denis, too, have faced much turmoil in their history. Their lives have been unsettled enough. Perhaps I should be striving to offset the energy that already exists within our civilization by providing it with a more stabilized environment in which to grow. An environment in which the natural equilibrium of the world serves as a counterpoint to the upheavals of civilization. The more I consider it, the more I wonder if I should make nature the foundation of this new age. Worlds like Channelwood attain equilibrium quite easily, primarily because of one reason. Nature encourages mutual dependence. As one life withers and dies, it provides nourishment so that another might live. Plants become food for other animals, and the waste products animals cannot absorb become nutrients to sustain the other plants. So long as nothing intrudes to upset this balance, nature can maintain itself indefinitely. An interesting metaphor to set as an example for my people. I think I will confer with Catherine on this subject. Her ages always elicit symbiosis more dramatically than mine. Perhaps she should help me write this new age. 93.10.24. I'm so tired I can barely think right now, but I will force myself to stay focused, for I have not written anything in days. The moment I linked back to Denis, I was besieged with requests for my assistance. Master Taman wanted to consult over which stonecutters were worth salvaging, and did I think the rock in this new age would be difficult to sound? Oma and Exile needed my opinion about a new history they had uncovered. Should they hold off starting its translation, or would paper supplies be scarce in the new age? There were so many questions needing answers, I barely had time to see Catherine. She, of course, laughed at my dilemma, saying that I had no one to blame but myself. After all, I was the one who encouraged the Denis to start over. Naturally, they would look to me to keep them moving in the right direction, unless some other force stepped in to change that view. Her words made me realize a fundamental principle I had thus far been ignoring. All this time, I have been debating whether to make energy or nature the underlying framework for this age. But there is another equation to consider. An age based solely on the future motion of energy will face constant upheavals, most likely at the cost of tranquility. And an age based solely in the mutual dependence of nature can become so balanced over time it may cease to tolerate change. Yet to continue to grow as a people, Denis civilization needs both. Occasional upheavals, followed by periods of balanced stability. I have seen such situations occur naturally on several of my ages. Each time it was because I centered the writing around some dynamic force that I had decided to make prevalent in the age, such forces allow the balance between forward motion and mutual dependence to fluctuate. As one concept takes precedence, the other recedes until another force surfaces to change things. As Catherine's insightful comment reminded me, dynamic forces spur change. I am too tired to think more on this tonight. Hopefully in the morning my thoughts will coalesce. 93.10.25. Catherine surprised me today. Apparently, while I was off visiting my ages, she linked to Myst by herself. She did not say so, but I could tell that her visit had been painful. More than ever now, I am convinced we must find a place to begin again ourselves. Perhaps when I have written this new age for the Denis, I will put some thought into where Catherine and I might live. 93.10.28. I cannot believe I did not see it before. All this time I've been struggling to describe the perfect age for the Denis. I have considered and then rejected several underlying concepts which I felt might best set the course for their future, as if I alone should determine how Denis civilization will grow. In my own way, I have become as egotistical as my father. In truth, I owe this realization to Catherine. Sensing my indecision about the new age, she led me on a walk around Denis. Salvaging efforts were well underway, with teams of people securing the ruined harbor district. As I watched my Denis kinsmen deciding which parts of their culture to retain, I realized they do not need me to determine their future. They are quite capable of setting its course by themselves, regardless of what age I write. This realization has opened my eyes to the best way of approaching my task. I no longer need to worry about which underlying concept, energy, nature, or dynamic forces I should make prevalent in the age. Rather, I must strive to include them all. I know, Iron Trout. I must write a balance of systems into this descriptive book enough so that the Denis people will constantly be challenged to attain their ultimate potential. As grandmother often pointed out to me when we spoke about ages back on Myst, balanced systems simulate civilizations. At last, I feel I am ready to begin writing this age. Indeed, I am eager to begin and have already come up with the perfect name. I know grandmother would have loved it. Of course, Catherine could tell the moment I turned to her that I had finally found my starting point. I babbled on excitedly for some time before I noticed the smile she was hiding. When I saw it enough to grow suspicious, she handed me one of my oldest age books. She must have picked it up when she linked back to Myst. Seeing the name Jinanen Wow, I don't know why that was difficult for me to say when I knew how to say it. Jananan, emblazoned on the book cover. I could only shake my head. The one age I never got around to revisiting was the one that might have helped me the most. How foolish was I to have completely forgotten it. I think after I've finished this work, I should take one final trip, if only to restore an old fool's memories. All right. Well, we got 2 books now. I do not know how to click on them, because I don't know how to move my cursor to the bottom of the page there. So if I want to look at them, I'm uncertain how. I'm sure there's a way, though. Well, I doubt... Well, I don't know. Hopefully we won't need them tonight, and I can look it up after. No eyes. I wonder if this is supposed to be the woman that the guy that came and stole the books was thinking about. Yay, thank you for giving points. Ooh. Ink. Mortar pestle. Rock hammer. Glowing green marbles! We found the marbles! You're tentatively back? Yay! You came back just in time for us to find the marbles. You can spell you primrose? Promise? What in the what? That's creepy. Why do I have a tentacle that of a like whatever this is coming out of this nautilus shell? What in the... Oh, it's like a... It's like a Venus flytrap with... Why is there a Venus flytrap growing out of a nautilus shell? And with tentacles instead of roots? Hi, wannabe Sayuri! We lost our marbles a long time ago. But we found some, so it's good, right? Electrostatic nerve induction. Yeah, sure. It's just kind of creepy. Feed me, Seymour, feed me now! Wait, how did it... What made it start bouncing? Ah. Wait. 1 blue marble is equivalent to 4 brown marbles. We never should have done testing with the marble cloaking device without better safeguards. Safeguards? But We're rogues. We break into safes. We don't guard them. There's some weight puzzle coming. I'm afraid that the floor is going to drop out from underneath us. Stone or glass? I feel like it's glass. Settlers of Catan. Oh. How did I miss that the first time? Elevator's going up. We found him.
Atris? Is that you?
I am not Atris.
Come to rescue your book so soon? Not yet, old friend. Not yet.
What are you doing? What? What? Apparently it's... Yes, giant Cadbury eggs, please. Okay. So green button should take me back down. You require the giant Cadbury egg bolt now. Wait, am I stuck? I can't leave? Aw, man. That's regrettable. Aw, it makes me close the door. It's like this room was on rails or something. Are these two separate levers? I think it's just one lever. Now I wish I had the zip mode on. Because I just saw that animation again with no need to do so, and we're gonna watch it one more time. Elixir, how big would the rabbit need to be to lay that Cadbury egg? That would be one very large rabbit. There she blows! Okay. I wasn't sure that was gonna work. Oh, 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 oh my gosh. Oh yes. Nope. That one needs to go up. I think that one goes to the middle. Uh-huh. Shoot. I don't know which way this needs to be. And I don't know size of a moose. Moose are enormous. All right, now I need to know how to consult these books. Hold please while I open the manual. Moving around, manipulating objects. To interact with something, just click on it. Well, my cursor is centered in the middle of the screen. How do I open the books that I'm carrying with me? All right, I have moved the mouse to rotate your view. Left mouse button, right mouse button. Oh! Okay. Gotcha. Load inverts the mouse. Save, quit, game options, rotate your view. Really, I can do that? Cool. Except that it doesn't work. Ah, but that did. So the right mouse button is working to unlock. I got it! I figured it out! I think he's got it. I think he's got it. Alright. I remember seeing... It must have been in the other book, though. Right? The illustration... Ah. Left one was middle. Next two were up. Pull this back and then spin the wheel. I don't know what to do. Looks like the threaded side. Well, no, one of them, the threaded side is out. Two of them, the threaded side is out. One of them, the threaded side is in. So I am uncertain. There's ladder? Well. Okay. I didn't know I could turn it. All right. Two of them out, one of them in. think we've got that then. But it's not doing anything, so I have not figured it out, apparently. Let's try this. I feel like it's not going to do anything because there's a tooth missing here. Because that's not moving at all. Neither is that. Neither is that. So I am definitely missing something. But who knows? I mean, I've set the settings to what they were in the book. Maybe that's all I needed to do. Maybe it means it'll be open at the top? Somehow I don't think so. But I'm gonna check. There are some other older games like this that I'm also considering potentially doing at some point. Specifically, like, one that I was looking at is like Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Which I believe is another, like, sort of point and click puzzle solvey style game. I don't know. But we can always come back. Let us out! Let us out! Let us in! Let us in! Sadly, it will not let us take a nap in the little hammock. Okay, so magnetic rocks, good to know, I guess. I don't know what I can do with that, but sure, seems good to know. Brass ball is equal to 4 glass marbles. You know, somebody left their marbles on the floor and somebody's gonna like trip and fall on them. Also, there's a tipped over nautilus shell. Does that mean that there's a plant running around somewhere? So this is definitely trying to teach us something about balance. It's very fundamental. You can balance the weight of 2 with the weight of 1 if the fulcrum point is at the right spot. I think I said the right words there, but if I got them wrong, tell me. Oh yeah, we're inside the little house thing. Oh. I forgot we were inside there. So up the elevator must be up there. You hear the Oogie Boogie is coming with Cadbury Scream Eggs? Best start thinking about saving the game and making ourselves scarce before he arrives. Otherwise, he won't leave us any. Thank you for the alert. Hello. Wall pumpkins? Wait, what are you? Am I inside a flower? Did I can get inside this freaking flower? This seems like it might come in handy at some point, but as with all things, that was unexpected. What is that? Up the ladder to the roof. Can we go over there? I don't believe so. We still have a lot of exploring to do. We have barely scratched the surface of this game. Wait, we're back where we started. Which probably means... Is this where I went before, or is this new? This is new. Doesn't really show me anything, but it was new. At least nothing useful to my eye. It looks like a bird. Do you see it? There's a beak here. There's an eye. This is like the top of its head. I don't know. It's got like clothes or something on, but this is like the curve of its wing. It's totally a bird. It's the red light district. Ooh, red to yellow. Red and yellow. I didn't look in the other side of the green one. Maybe I should have. Not that it will mean anything to me tonight. Blue. Original soundtrack for Exile is also really good. Cool. A banger. I appreciate that you are able to use that word and have it come across as you wish. I somehow feel if I tried to use banger to describe something, it would not seem appropriate. Which is why I translated it. But I don't know. There's a... Wait. Wait! Oh my god! The flower lets me listen to things! So far, all it lets me listen to is a creaking bridge and some lagoon water. But it's like a flower of enhanced hearing. I don't know what that's going to mean, but okay. I'm sure it will come into play at some point. Wait, what? We found the bunny! I don't know how it lays such a large egg, but we found the bunny. I cannot grab the bunny. The bunny does not have fur. I think the bunny is in some way reptilian. But it was definitely very rabbit-like. The squee. All right, I need to make sure I'm paying attention. Because they just went live. That was perfect timing on my part. I'm actually going to save the game. And we're going to come back next week to see what else we can do. I don't know. But first stream. That's what I'm calling it. It's legitimately called the Squee. Oh, that's cute. So yeah, we are, that's where we're gonna leave Myst 3 for tonight. Let me fix things here. Everything's in the wrong spots, but let's go to the credits. Okay. I'm excited. It's been, I don't know, at least 6 months since I played a Myst game. So I'm excited to see where this one goes. I know nothing about it. I have literally never seen any gameplay from this one. So we'll continue exploring on Monday nights. I'm probably going to try and play this one all the way through. So it'll be a while before we spin a wheel. But yeah, Mondays, 7 p.m. right here for more Myst 3 Exile. Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern will be more from the archives. It's an architecture collection this week. So that'll be interesting to look at. There's some drawings as well as architectural like renderings and things like that. Saturday, Ultima 6. Sunday, Mass Effect 3 currently. So, you know, just my regular schedule there. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Thank you very much, Elixir and Lord Portico, for your resubscriptions. Thank you, Shadows of Life and Iron Trout, for the bits that you threw today. Thank you, everybody who joined and lurked and hung out and provided intel on the game without spoiling things. That was wonderful. We are going to be raiding over to Q Times for episode 3 of Beacon from the Streampunks. This is the Alien RPG system. So if you're not familiar, it is a horror setting. The Streampunks are tend to be described as hope punk. But there will be horror. There's a content warning at the beginning that'll let you know what to expect if you're uncomfortable with that. But it is an alien horror setting, so just a heads up there. But I hope that you'll all join and at least say hello when we get over there. If you want, the raid call is there. You can copy and paste that when we get over there. If you don't have my emotes, you can just throw in whatever hello emotes you have. It's a hashtag Rogue Raid. And thank you to my mods. Thank you all so much for joining me. Until I see you again, get out there and do some shenanigans.